it gave the community, and when I say the community, I mean constituents and board of directors and donors and ticket buyers. And it gave the constituents and the community a personality to identify with. And a lot of the board members of BMOP became very close with Lisa, and she has the ability to connect with people, which is quite special, and that helped the organization a lot over a 3-year growth period, because it's a sort of, I think having a composer in residence for 3 years gives the organization another face and another heart, and hers is a big heart, and so that created a real change for us. I think it was a psychological change, but it was nice that there was not just my face on the organization, but somebody else's too, and so it was a big. I think it helped take us from one place to another.
People often asked us, wow, do you have long meetings to talk about these projects, and how do you put it together? And the answer is like, no, not really. The meetings are really short. The meetings were like, want to do this? Sure, let's do that, and then we would do it. But that's because we really trusted each other, and I think that trust can be built over longer periods of time with orchestras. Needs to be built over longer periods of time, which is why it's so great to have had 3 years to work together so closely. The club concerts were happening already before I got there, but when I started doing these solo pieces and writing new music for individual members of the orchestra, and having that be a sort of a starting point for programming at the Club Cafe, I think it stimulated, I think it stimulated a kind of a pride of ownership among the players and their relationship with the orchestra. It was, instead of being just a violinist in a sea of violins, it really shed the light on the individual artistry of players in the orchestra. And I think that was, in some cases, a challenge for them. Hopefully a really exciting one. Hopefully one that left the players with a new level of engagement, individual engagement with new music, because all of these pieces were being written for them.
What we thought was, of course, what everybody always thinks is that you'll do a concert in a club and you'll get a young audience, and then you'll navigate them into the main concert, right? But what we found at the club concert, which has been kind of true with all our concerts and since the beginning, is our audience is sort of undefinable. This club concert is in a back room in a gay bar in South Boston, and the first couple concerts, I kept seeing all these older people at the club concerts, and I found out later that there was a retirement community, and they rented a van and came in for this club concert. I think they were just living on the wild side or something, but the club concerts are not particularly, I would not say particularly attended by young people because of the venue. I think that would be lovely if it was true, and it would be convenient and helpful in so many ways. But it's our audience has seen the age gamut has been quite large always, and very eclectic and very hard to predict. And yes, we have a young audience, but we have an old audience too.
There was great pride already in the community that they had an orchestra that was really focused on new composers like this. Hopefully, I think what I really cared a lot about was to get the word out, even broader word out. That this wasn't just an orchestra that was doing this in Boston, that this was a Boston orchestra that was doing this in the country, that this is one of the few organizations in the country that actually was an orchestra that's performing new work. One of the few institutions, I think it's the largest nonprofit institution that's dedicated to new music in the country. And what I hope is that the community realizes, even more than they did before, what a special thing they have that way.
I'm Ed Harsh. I'm the president of Meet the Composer. What you've just seen is people who have been involved in Music Alive residencies talking about their experience and talking about how it really worked for them. We want to help you take the next step, how you can build on these models that you see in the videos and make them work for you and your situation. Talk to us. Bring your ideas. We'd really like to see if there's a way that we can help you think through how the Music Alive program might actually work for you.